That story, because that's a man who grasped the opportunity to improve his life. The founder of Wastepreneurs, Steve Jordan, was telling me that Godfrey helped him come up with other depot ideas so that these waste pickers don't have to walk so far and they can get more money for their waste, which means that the waste doesn't go to landfills, which destroys our environment. So we really got to look to people like that in order to improve our economy. Somebody very similar, I believe, though I don't think you were a waste picker, in Masaka, the Basani Group founder. And it's been interesting reading about your company because you basically deal with everything other than death and sanitary ware, right? So everything that people need.
That is true. We actually started by just deep cleaning your carpets, and from then on we just started doing your mattresses, and we did your spring cleaning and your windows. So we've just been progressing bit by bit and recruiting more and more people.
Okay, and it's 100% black owned, 50% by women.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that actually wasn't that hard, right?
It was.
No, don't spoil it. Women are the way to go.
No, women are the way to go. I mean, 95% of our client base is women. So, we know the value that women bring into the business, and that is why we always push for women managers in the company and to just help them move from the space that they were in before.
And when you empower women, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You empower their entire family.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just 2 days ago, we hired someone from Twitter about 2 months ago. And just 2 days ago, she sent me an email to say, listen, with my salary, this month's salary, I've opened a small business where I'm selling quarters in Soweto. So now she's become an employer as well. So
and obviously when you start opening those small businesses, you're entering into the diminishing middle class.
That is
which
true.
is what we need.
That is true.
We need a stronger middle class.
That is
okay, so tell us how were you able to succeed? I know you told us how you started.
Yes.
But what are the challenges that many people are facing in South Africa that you were able to overcome, and how?
I believe it's, there's a lot of cleaning companies out there. However, what you need is clients. You can have the best machines, the best, employees, but if you don't have clients, then you don't have a business.
And a good product.
Yes, and a good product. So what has helped us is the celebrities that have sort of pushed our business, and Twitter and your brown sense have been at the core of our success. Because every time we do work, we post on Twitter and they retweet and we get more clients. Facebook, people just retweet. So we've received a lot of love from social media.
So you sort of at the forefront using social media.
Yes.
That's dynamic, and it obviously helps
Yes.
if you're young. I mean, the older generation trying to get into a new market.
Yeah.
What are your suggestions for them if they find this sort of avenue complicated?
I think, I think a lot of research on how social media works, because you can say one thing that can be taken, in a different light from what you were trying to say, and it can just blow up in your face. So there are a lot of ways to do social media that you can just go online and learn from. I mean, Google is your teacher,
Okay, social media aside, how do you unlock funding?
We have used our own funding. We have not asked for funding from anywhere else since we began. So what I did is I worked for a bank before I started the business. So my wife took a loan and I took some of the money that I had and opened the business. So we have sort of stayed away from trying to look for funding, because that puts a lot of businesses under a lot of pressure as well, because now you have employees to pay and you have a loan to pay back from the bank. So.
And are you feeling positive about South Africa's future? Are you seeing it basically at a ground level that there really is the will for change and the skill set?
I'm worried because of the industrial revolution that's happening right now. I don't think people are ready for it. You know, I mean, you have your multi-choice that wasn't ready for Netflix, but I believe that things will change. Things always get worse before they get better. So we'll get it right somehow.
And if you had to give out your 5 top tips for somebody breaking into business, an entrepreneur with fantastic ideas, what would it be?
I failed many times before. I mean, I've had a shisanyama in a salon before, so you need to be willing and understanding of the fact that you might fail. And it's okay to fail, just don't give up. Do your research, do your market research, make sure that the product that you are trying to sell, people understand it. And point number 3, you need to make sure that you have the heart for it. You need to love selling, because business is all about selling, and you need to be willing to do the work yourself. You can't sell a product that you do not understand, so do the work. I cleaned by myself when I started the business, and now we have
product, right?
and now we have 18 employees. So you have to be willing to start from the ground.
Well, thank you for sharing your success with us and
you
your
very much.
ideas on how to become a success. Lots more coming up after the break.